Episode number 41 of Business and Leadership Stories with Sachin Bhandari from the Story Co. He tells stories, wondrous real life stories, and gives us nuggets of information, lessons that we can take home from those stories. How are you, my dear friend?
Very, very good, Hrishi. Looking forward to this like every week.
I always knew that there was a filmy bone in you. Even if you don't keep abreast of current Bollywood cinema, at least you're a die-hard 90s 2000 romantic. The movies of Shah Rukh Khan. And today's theme is interesting, more interesting than a smartphone. How did Shah Rukh Khan turn into a romantic hero? And I'll allow you to tell us the rest.
That is right. There's this docu-series called The Romantics on Netflix, and it was fascinating. What a watch.
Yeah, Aditya Chopra, who we seldom see on camera. Aditya Chopra, we seldom see speaking to the press and media. There's substantial portions from him, right?
That is right. I think it's the first time he's actually spoken on camera and given such lengthy interviews, or rather one interview which was very lengthy, I don't know. And it was absolutely fascinating to understand all the things that happened behind the scenes. So one thing that particularly stood out for me, or something that I'll always remember, is Shah Rukh Khan. Now, we all know that Shah Rukh started his career, at least one of his first movies was Dark, where he was an anti-hero, got a lot of critical appeal, people really liked him, but he didn't get the superstar status. And what Aditya Chopra reminisces is that Shah Rukh actually was not interested in becoming a romantic hero. He loved the action hero genre. I think Robert De Niro and the others were his inspiration. So he wanted to continue to get those kind of roles. Fist fight and all of those things is what he wanted to do. And then Aditya Chopra decided. So Aditya Chopra was the assistant director on Dark, but he was launching his own project with Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, or DDLJ, in 1994. And he imagined Shah Rukh to be the lead in that particular movie. And he went to Shah Rukh and floated the idea to him. And apparently SRK is not very good with saying no, so he kept beating around the bush. And many weeks passed by, and then there was this time where Adi Chopra had to make sure the project gets started. So he said, let me just go one last time and meet Shah Rukh and see if I can convince him to say yes. So he went on sets of Trimurti, and while he was there, he saw that a bunch of people had gathered around Shah Rukh after a particular shot, and amongst them was a 80-year-old woman, or a very old woman, who said something like, बेटा तू मुझे बहुत पसंद है, तू बहुत अच्छा काम करता है, लेकिन ये हर मूवी में तू पिक्चर में तू मर जाता है, खून होता है, मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता.
Sweet.
So of course that's something that startled Shah Rukh, and a few minutes later, when Adi Chopra and Shah Rukh were probably hanging out together, Adi Chopra he was smart enough to take that cue, and he told SRK that listen, if you don't want to do DDLJ, that's fine, that's not an issue, but don't close your doors on the romantic genre or on romance, because in this country only that person can be a superstar who is every mother's beta or child, who's every sister's brother, and who's every college girl's fantasy. So you heard what that 80-year-old woman just said. She loves you and she has so much love to give, but she's not getting what she wants from you, and that is why you keep dying in these movies. And that's your cue. You probably need to think about that and see if you want to get into romance. And apparently, Adi Chopra himself said on the show that the next time that he met, SRK had made up his mind that he will become the romantic lead, and that's how DDLJ happened. And I think it's taken Shah Rukh so many years to go back to the action genre. So the biggest transformation of Hindi cinema happened in 1994 with this anti-hero who going on to become the romantic lead in all our lives.
What then is the fabulous lesson we can learn from this particular story, the marketing and communication tip?
I think it's more of a leadership communication tip than marketing and communication, because as leaders, we all want people around us, or people who are working with us in our teams or otherwise, to fulfill their potential. And we see something in them, we have a vision for them, and you feel like, okay, this person can go on and do this. And we more often than not resort to assertions, go and say, no, 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 you should do this, because I see that potential in you. But it is true that it's better to show than tell, right? And in Adi Chopra's case, he took the example, or he took the lived experience of what the woman had to say and built on that, as opposed to telling Shah Rukh that no, 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 you should become a romantic hero because I'm doing DDLJ, etc. So he said that don't close the door on romance. So anecdotes, examples, show, don't tell, rather than using assertions. That's my leadership lesson for the day.
Sachin Bhandari helps companies, startups, and professionals break the culture of MBA speak. He uses the power of stories to help them achieve their business goals with speed and ease. He coaches, consults, trains. You can reach him to train the CEO of your organization. If you're a CEO yourself, have conversations with him. And of course, if you're the HR of an organization, how he can do classes in batches or coach in batches. Where can people reach out to you, buddy?
Thanks, Hrishi. People from learning and development can also reach out to me. They're the ones who organize a lot of these training sessions. It's simple. Look for me on LinkedIn. I'm Sachin Bhandari. Sachin is easy. Bhandari is Bhandary, not I. And on my profile, there's a link which says get in touch or stay in touch. So you can either subscribe to my weekly newsletter, Win with Stories, or schedule a call with me if you have something specific to discuss. So that's how you can get in touch with me.
Lovely. And I'm going to see you next week. Bye-bye.
Oh, sorry. Bye-bye, Hrishi.
94.3 Radio 1.